Hello darlings and welcome to join me. I have a Christmas themed journal here. I have made with Paper Gardens Christmas calendar materials, and I left one spread undecorated because I thought that I would share some Christmas joy and Christmas inspiration and show you how I usually create my vintage journal pages. So let's start. I will start with adding the papers with soft matte gel by Finnabair. Then I am going to add some prints there with soft material, and after that I am going to make them look more vintage with these impasto paints, and last I will decorate it with laces and silks and some crystals and golden dragon effect paste. So let's start. I will leave it here. I hopefully won't be messing around with so much. Okay, soft material is my favorite glue because it's if you have seen my tutorial video about it, you will already know why it's my favorite. It's my favorite because I can glue everything in place really safely, but also it makes a bit, how I say, it kind of seals the vintage papers and gives them more durability, so when I work on them they won't absorb the paints or then rip off so easily. So that's first splatters of soft matte gel. I hope it didn't hit or reach you. Okay, here it is from both sides. But then I am going to add these two to make more layers and more kind of interests in the pages. I just gently pull it into the journal like this, and I think it will stay in place even if I don't add much of this gel. Okay, and then the other page. I love the different kind of shades and fonts and actual textures the vintage paper has. They add so much character into the journals, and you can play with them a lot using your imagination and making layers and dimensions and textures and so on. They are so diverse and flexible kind of material, not to mention eco-friendly. Not ego, but eco. Okay, Okay, just thinking almost aloud. Now, here's the background. But now I am going to add some prints in there. I think I am going to... I just need to check. I'm really... my phone is recording, but because, you know, half of the time I'm making these videos, I never actually, you know, edit them that much. So I just press play and then do my thing and then press stop. And then sometimes when I press the stop button, I feel I realized that okay, it didn't record anything because my memory was full in my phone or something, or the batteries went out or something. So I have tried to learn to check it sometimes. Okay, as you can see, I'm creating some basic layers. Here I am adding some light background texture for a quote sticker. I'm going to add here so that it kind of has even background, so it's actually readable. And then I am going to highlight all the edges here, and over here I think I'm adding this one. This is book page from Finlandia book from 1910, I think, something like that, when Finland was part of Russian Empire. And this book has beautiful illustrations and calligraphy texts from the European countries, pleading that Finland has the special rights they had in the empire. They add so much Christmassy texture in my journals that I love to use them. Use them a lot. Okay. Oh, one more to go, because I am going to add a bit of surprise layer here. So I am going to add a bit of soft material over there too, so I can paint it over without it going all very strange when I'm going to put some liquid impasto acrylics in there. And then I think I have to, if I want. Okay, so never ever try to concentrate on two things at a time. Talking and doing. That's my basic motto, and then I'm doing these videos to prove otherwise. Or actually prove my point. Okay, because when it's like this and then I want to flip it around, it needs to be upside down to be actually on the right side. Okay, here it was. I put this aside. It can now dry a bit. That was soft matte gel. Easy, so easy to use. And not that messy. I'm just a messy person. Okay, and now I am going to use a bit of heating tool so I can make sure it's somewhat dry before making painting. When I'm using prints, I'm not so accurate with the cutting because usually I'm painting over or using distress crayons or inks to blend the white parts. So it saves a lot of energy and your maybe yourself when you are not that accurate. Now I'm adding just a tiny bit of let me see, impasto dark chocolate, and it's my favorite color, and then pitch black. And I'll take this aside and take another one. I'm taking a baby wipe at hand, so when I'm trying to add just a tiny amount of paint in the edges like this, I can actually wipe the most off immediately, because I don't want them to shout out. I just want gentle shadowing here. They make so much more depth maybe into the pages, or then just me. I like to do it, highlighting the main parts and kind of blending the other parts, the backgrounds, together, different kind of textures and layers. You can skip this part, of course you can, but I think that during the sometime immensely busy Christmas time, it's relaxing and beautiful, just creating something harmoniously peaceful and taking your time and just, you know, creating like there's not a worry in the world, but enjoy. I am going to add lace to the edges, but still I am highlighting because there's bound to be always some places that the edges will show, and I'm not sure, and it's so much more difficult to add these later on. So It's at this point. And you could add maybe your own photos of your Christmas memories of this year or your last Christmas, making the same style of a journal, and create a true Christmas dress of your own. To take and look each Christmas and maybe add some memories and moments and so on. I like the idea of creating journals that are almost heirloom treasures. Almost there. It's taking time, but it's what crafting is about. I'm not a fan of those fast forward speedy videos, because when I watch a video I want to see the person creating her or his magic in full length, and see how long it takes really to create something, and all those when you fast forward, it's always for me those parts that I would love to have seen properly. So I'm sorry, you can just press the forward button if you are busy. It's okay. You see, it's quite different looking already, isn't it? When there's some imposter magic here. And now I'm adding same idea goes here. And then even though I have dyed the laces and silks I use here with the plants from our garden, and then some coffee and tea, I'm still going to kind of blend them into the page and use the same colored paints that I have used for the pages, so they kind of grow out from the page, the laces. Okay, then I put this aside again because I'm wait for these to dry a bit, and then I'm going to add it here soon. But now I need to take another baby wipe. Okay, and just a tiny amount of heating tool. Sorry for the noise, darling. Now the lace. Oh, this smell. I love it. You see, because I have dyed with herbs and flowers and plants, also silks and laces, and with tea, coffee and cinnamon, and just a hint of chocolate. Always when I'm using heating tool, it brings us beautiful, delicious scent from the pages below. Now I am cutting this in half, like this. And I don't want the cutting to be so even looking. So, and now I could use soft mud gel, but it would take ages to dry and I would have to use heating tool. So sorry, I'm using a bit of glue at this point, so that I could show you. No, I wanted it on the way around, like this, so that I could show you the painting part more quickly. Again, here. Okay. Like this. And then I was thinking of adding this to this sheet below. So that I could use this part on this page, and that there would be as beautiful a layer here than it's here from the other side. So I'm again using just glue there, so I could okay, like this. Now, as you can see, there's more kind of texture and layer even here even now. And now a bit more impasto paint, but when we are now entering a really fragile area, kind of speaking, I want to use as much water as possible because it will absorb immediately into the lace. So I want to dilute the paint as much as possible. You see, it still makes quite a dramatic look, but when you know it and are prepared, it's it works like a charm, as they say. You see, it blends the lace and the paper together with ease. I want to add a bit coloring in here. To make a structure. Okay, and I could even and just a hint of color here and there in the edge of the lace to make it look kind of burn. And now I see I want to highlight this edge to separate the lace and the Madonna and Jesus child, like this. So I added just a bit more paint in there, and just the same way here. So even though I have dyed all the laces and silks, I still give them a gentle paint wash. You don't need to use it, or you could be smart and dye the laces the right shade, but you know, every vintage page and book has its own color tune, so it's difficult to keep the lace kind of color that suits all. So I just give them a general vintage tone, and then I'm finishing them with these paints. And now I want to add just a bit of black in there too, because here is black, so I want them to kind of echo. Okay, and some over there too. Okay, you could continue it forever and ever, but I think I'm done with the painting now. Or I had this tiny piece of lace left over from some page, and then I thought that because I want to use all the little parts too, so that there would be no waste, I would add one over here. It doesn't have a proper function, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes being pretty is a function enough. That could sound a bit of you know, old-fashioned, but that doesn't go with the humans anymore, or women. Okay, here I put this aside because otherwise I'm going to make a total mess. Now let me see how to continue, because you know, I never plan much. I just picked some prints and images that I was thinking would go along well, but now I am making the hole for this one. Over there with my crocodile, that way. This is a tool that makes me so happy, because I feel powerful when I'm using this, even if I don't have any kind of power in my hands. Okay, and sorry, I need to use this again. Sorry for the noise. No, that was because I don't want to actually, it's funny that I say I don't want to mess the pages when I have just made it look like this, but you know, extra unintentional mess. I want to create my own messes, and believe me, I'm good at it. Okay, I'm trying to add this satin ribbon here for I don't think if you have seen my tutorial, it's in my blog, about how I used to dye my laces and silks. This has coffee, tea, some sage leaves, rusty nail heads, and cinnamon blend. Not recommended to enjoy, with drinking. Okay, this gives a bit more dimension to the book. Now I'm going to add this beautiful part of the poem: out of the silence, music, out of the darkness, light, out of uncertainty, promise, hope was born that night. Goosebumps, I love it. It's beautiful. Okay, so that when you first see the page, it's beautiful, and it's beautiful as it is, but then there's some message in there too, like an angel whispering sentences to Madonna and her child. And because I always want to do everything really over the top way, I want to add a crystal in there, just to highlight the importance of the Christmas night, and to sign like a star maybe. Christmas is so special. You see, now I'm using this one, vintage sari silk ribbon, and then some dyed lace. Just make a ribbon here. And it gives structure to the upper corner that would have been empty otherwise. And then I think I have this one left. Oh, and this Madonna charm. Yes, I am going to, sorry darling, me and my stitching always take a bit of time, but you can go forward if you like, but then think about lighting some, sorry darling, I just can't see, it's my poor eyesight. Oh really? Well, think of maybe lighting some candles, and if you sometimes you feel like you would be needing silence above music, and sometimes music is just perfect. So your choice, if you would think of crafting a bit candles and peaceful music, or just silence and silk ribbons and vintage papers, and think of all the women lived over the centuries preparing Christmas for their loved ones, and stitch by stitch making Christmas memories to hold and to last. I love this idea so very much. You see, this way I can add a hint of structure in this page too, because this is so massive and goes a bit upwards from the page, kind of lifting it. So I want this to be this page is a bit wet underneath, and I'm trying to make sure I won't rip it. Sorry, thinking that if I put it this way, does it leave mud on the side up? And there. I'm tying the knot so that it won't fall off. Like this. Yay! It's nearly there, darling, nearly there. Just a hint. I'm taking a fresh water because I don't want to mess my effect paste with those impasto colored water or brush. Now I'm adding just a bit of glitter because Christmas is time when some shine and glimmer is definitely needed, or maybe not needed, but it's so suitable for it. And as I want to point out at this point, you could add the effect based palette knife and maybe create large structures, and it works beautifully with stencils, making really pretty backgrounds, but I want just a hint of glitter here and there. I want sometimes I even dip my laces into water that I have added some this effect paste. This is Golden Dragon, so that they have this shine in them. Okay, and then it's here and there, like this. You could use normal glitter, glue and glitter, or whatever is the way you attach glitter to a journal page. I use just normal glue and glitter, but this is actually a nice way of adding glitter, because this doesn't leave the glitter all over the place, but just here and there in the page, and they will hold. And at this point I have already forgotten to look if it's been recording my phone, so if you will see this video. Yay! I did it once. I actually did it. Okay, now not too much, but just a hint of effect paste, Golden Dragon. This is the new, my favorite Finnabair product that was released this autumn. Okay, so here it is. I don't want to them to stick together because they haven't dried yet. So here it is. Here she is. Christmas night, maybe. And with this idea, you could create your own kind of Christmas magic with vintage style. And yes, I want to show you where it belongs. I just quickly dry it off. Okay, taking this aside, because you might have noticed my not so tidy hands. I made vintage book covers for it. I used actually I have them here because I just did it. It's magenta, ink black and amber. The liquid acrylics I used for this vintage book cover from 1929. And then I added these vintage Bible sheets with soft material gel, and I secured this middle part with some fabric, vintage of course, and made holes for this journal. And then I added some paints, brown paints in there too, just the same way as I did it here, so that it will, you know, look perfect. I want you to see the pages in their context where they belong. Then I will add some trinkets over there. And oh, then I used it was this one, white gold metallic wax to give it a gentle shine. These covers, and as you can see, the covers frame this journal beautifully and make this vintage style continue. And then there's this little red frame over there. So maybe if you find yourself a book that you don't need and use, and that has no value to you at all, you could try creating your own Christmas memory book. But here it is, some Christmas inspiration for you. I hope you enjoyed and got inspired, and maybe this holiday season wants to want to try some vintage journaling, and I wish you the most beautiful and peaceful and joyful Christmas time, with love and beauty and magic and all things good and beautiful, and to fill your heart during this magical time of the year. And thank you so much for watching, and I see you soon again, darling. Bye bye.